Recently, Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu gave $5,000 to each players for their victory against the Cameroonians. An action that has been faulted and applauded by some culters on social media. And we are on the street of Lagos to find out what people think about this action. Should the Super Eagles players be motivated with money or not? Stay tuned.
Then in terms of what the governors are doing, I think it is something to encourage the players. It doesn't mean that when you have poor people in the street, at least the players have staked out their life to play and won a match. And if they won a match, I think $5,000 to a player is not too much. Sanwo-Olu died when he was playing for Nigeria. I don't think the country has done anything for him. So if a governor decides to give a player $5,000 only, which a lot of us spend more than that when we travel abroad. So personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. So anybody who is aggrieved, that's the person's business. But me as an individual, $5,000 to a player who has risked his life to play for the country, suspending every other thing, I don't think it's too much. Drawing from what has happened or has been happening, Christian Chukwu has been ill for a very long time. I think it was somebody who helped him, not the government. So a lot of things are going on. I want to refer back to Sanwo-Olu. He died playing for the nation. And up till now, even the stadium has not been named after him in his honor. So why should we be grumbled because governors or whoever is giving a player $5,000, common $5,000 to a lot of people who will go out and spend more than that in a trip in Dubai or wherever and come back and do nothing. So if a governor decides to give a player who has taken out his life, I want to repeat it again, and play for the nation, it's just like a soldier going to fight in the war front. He might go and doesn't come back. And so what do? So please, I think the governors, anybody who decides to give a player money, to encourage the player and to encourage other people who want to serve the nation, I don't think there's anything wrong with that.
My name is Kadiri Shamsidin.
Concerning the 5,000 motivating players with money.
Well, it's all bothered that we are still a developing country. The United States of America Women's World Cup Championship, they won the cup. And throughout the campaign for the World Cup, I don't think the American government come out to announce anything in terms of monitoring, that if you score one goal, we give you $10,000. It's just that, moreover, you see, in Lagos here, we have a lot of challenge. This is not the best period to motivate workers when we have a lot of roads are bad, especially during this training season. And at the same time, the governor did not feel the pulse of the people. To me, it's a good idea, maybe based on his advisors. But to me, as a populace, I don't think this is the best time. Coupled with a multitude of problems, we are talking about, especially bad roads. Lagos roads are filled with potholes. And since the government came in, we only hear a dedicated number, no action, especially in my area, Nagege.
My name is Augustine Oliver. Yeah, the fact still remains that I don't think motivating the players for them to perform or to do more is a bad thing. Because if you watch, most of the players, what they lack is motivations. So we have a situation whereby some of them, after going to play, they will come back, they will not be given their allowances. So motivating them for each one of them to bring out their best during this time of, when they will be playing when they will be playing their next match, I think that is good enough and that is encouraging. The only thing I'm against is giving only one player. Situation whereby it's okay, this one is a striker, you give only that player, one or few players, but giving all of them to motivate them, it will make them work as a team. I don't think it's a bad idea.
Motivating people, to motivate, you give something or promise something for somebody to perform better, fine. The motivation is okay, but in a way, it's wrong. Why such amount? To me, I think that amount is too heavy. And they are not yet at the final. If they are the final, then he does that, fine. But of course, there are so many things to be done in Lagos. So that money could be directed. Because the Super Eagles or whatever, they have already been paid, right? They are paid. I'm not totally against motivation, but the way our it is done is wrong. Because there's so much to be done in Lagos with such a huge amount of money.
I think that is better, that at least it will motivate the players to play more, and it will even energize them to do better than before. I think that they have to support the Super Eagles more than before that they have been supporting them.